Today is Monday, July 21, 2025. Good evening. Welcome to News Point for the 5 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. I am Oliver McIntosh presenting on today's presentation of the program. In the headlines, government of Liberia launches two passport decentralization centers in Bon and Grand Jida counties, an initiative aimed at reducing constraints faced by the citizens of the country. Minister of Commerce and Industry Madeleine Dagose reaffirms the ministry's commitment to help promote Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign entities. Monrovia City Mayor John Safa calls on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with Liberian owned garbage collection companies to reduce waste in the city. And away from home, South Africa's government say a building that collapsed and killed 34 construction workers while injuring dozens in West Cape Province last year was entirely preventable. These the news bulletins post or package on today's presentation of the program. But first, Deborah Mays is seated with the news bulletin. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. She's gonna bring in the news bulletin.
The government of Liberia has launched two passport decentralization centers in Bon County and Grangita County, an initiative aimed at reducing constraints faced by the citizens of the country. Speaking Monday, July 21st, during the launching program in Bon County, President Joseph Boakai reaffirmed his commitment to the Liberian people, highlighting that the Boakakun administration will make the Liberia a better country. According to him, this initiative is to make sure that the country is decentralized in terms of functions and benefits, adding that the initiative will help transform lives, reduce suffering, and bring the government closer to its people. Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, Dewar Gray, said the passport centered in Grand Jita County will serve citizens in Riverkeys, Sino, Grand Crew, and Maryland counties, while the center in Bond County will serve citizens from Lofa and Nimba counties. However, Minister Gray urges the citizens of Bond County to prepare themselves for training in operating the center. In a related development, President Boakai has dedicated a modern senior secondary school in Bangam, Bond County. Speaking Monday during a dedication ceremony, President Boakai emphasized that the school is more than just a physical structure, noting that it represents the commitment of his administration to education. The president revealed that the completion of the modern school was made possible through the support of the World Bank Group with a total investment of 47 million USD grant. According to him, the school is equipped with modern classrooms, science labs, and a computer laboratory, stating it is a new standard for education in Liberia. He revealed that the initiative is the future that his administration wants for every child in the country. Meanwhile, the Liberian leader commended the community leaders for their joint efforts in ensuring the construction of the facility, urging them to diligently maintain the building. The Minister of Commerce and Industry, Madeleine Dagosset, has reaffirmed the institution's commitment to promoting Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign institutions. Speaking at the opening of the exclusive superstore on 19th Street Monday, the Commerce Minister disclosed that the growth of the private sectors is one of the main priorities of the Waka Kun administration, and as such, the Commerce Ministry is prepared to promote the arrest agenda. Minister Dakosia stated that the newly exclusive store has committed themselves in selling Liberian's products, including Liberian rice, plantain chips, and juices. Monrovia City Mayor John Siafa has called on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with Liberian garbage collection companies to reduce waste in the city. Speaking Monday, July 21st, during the launch of awareness on garbage collection in Monrovia, Mayor Siafa said residents who reside in Monrovia should register with Liberian-owned garbage companies who will clean their dirt and take them to the transfer station. Siafa at the same time admonished Liberians to report anyone who will dispose their garbage in the city, thus calling on other security apparatus to join the Monrovia City Police in arresting people who dispose of trash illegally. Also speaking during the launch, Deputy Information Minister for Press and Public Affairs, Daniel Sano lauded the mayor of Monrovia and Painesville, describing their work as tremendous. Stano stated that Monrovia should be everyone businesses, thereby calling on residents of Monrovia to help the city corporation in keeping Monrovia clean. Employees of Employees at the Ministry of Transport on Monday continued a protest action after the government allegedly transferred the ministry key responsibilities to the Liberia Private Traffic Management Incorporated. The employees, who are said to be 200 in numbers on Monday, staged another protest disclosing that the decision by the government sidelines public service efforts and places their jobs at risk. Speaking to journalists on Monday, July 21st in Monrovia, some employees stated that the action by the government will lead to serious economic hardship, urging the government to reconsider their decision on the matter. They noted that if the government fails to adhere to their plight, they will continue protesting, indicating that they are seeking justice from the government. The protesters are also accusing Police Inspector General Cograde and Minister of Justice Oswald Tuwe of enforcing the execution of the private company called Liberia Private Traffic Management Incorporated. The Director General of the Civil Service Agency has urged fellows of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists to recommit to building systems and training professionals their lives beyond personal gains. Speaking during the launching ceremony of the WAPCP, Liberia Chapter Director General Jukai further admonished health practitioners to ensure that every Liberian has access to safe and quality health care. He also extended appreciation to the leadership of WAPCP health workers for the great milestone and pledge the country's full support. Meanwhile, the Registrar General of the Pharmacy Board of Liberia used the occasion to appeal for inclusion in the national budget with appropriate and substantial financial support. Dr. Memonduna emphasized that the inclusion will cover salary and other benefits based on the Civil Service Agency criteria for Education Training Agency, adding that the lack of financial support from the national government is hampering the operation of the center. He noted that pharmacists choose these specialties bridged the gap between medicine and patient care, contributing to a more effective, efficient healthcare system. My Gibi District 3 Representative Clara's Guy has delivered two earth moving equipment to his district, signaling the start of an effort to improve road infrastructure. Over the weekend, Representative Gard brought the equipment into the district, fulfilling a campaign promise to tackle deplorable road network. Speaking in an interview after the delivery, the Maghibie County District 5 lawmaker asserted that during his campaign he observed how several residents were affected by bad roads, prompting his commitment to deliver equipment for roads rehabilitation. He explained that the equipment was initially planned to be delivered during the early part of his first term, revealing that unforeseen challenges, including a failed agreement with a company delay thereafter. God described the delivery as the end of a awaited nightmare and expressed gratitude to the people of District 5 for their continued support. The representative told residents that the nation is just the beginning, thus pledging to do more for the development of the district. The two yellow machines, which are valued at approximately US 420,000, are expected to be used primarily for road rehabilitation work across the district and the county, with roads work expected to commence in the next dry season. And finally, away from Liberia, a building collapsed that killed 34 construction workers and injured dozens in Western Cape Providence last year was entirely preventable, South Africa's government says. A new report into the tragedy reveals that serious safety concerns had been raised well before the partially built five-store building block collapse in the town of Georgia in May 2024. Public Works Minister then said the collapse was the result of multiple failures, including the use of substandard materials, structural cracks, and visible gaps. These were a number of red flags that were continually raised about this project, said by visibly angry. Then, well, Oliver, that's the shape of the news bulletin. It's now back to you for the bulletin.
Many thanks to Deborah Miss Dead for the news bulletin. It's a regular feature on Newspoint. Newspoint is a production of the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Blaze Communications Network Incorporated. Stories we're following on today's presentation of the program. Government of Liberia launches two passport decentralization centers in Bone and Grand Jida counties, an initiative aimed at reducing constraints faced by the citizens of the country. Minister of Commerce and Industry Madeleine Dagosa reaffirms the ministry's commitment to help promote Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign entities. Monrovia City Mayor John Safa calls on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with Liberian-owned garbage collection companies to reduce waste in the city. And away from home, South Africa's government say a building that collapsed and killed 34 construction workers while injuring dozens in West Cape Providence last year was entirely preventable. Still ahead, the forces of our newsmakers post or package onto this presentation of the program. We take on our first story. The government of Liberia has launched two passport decentralization centers in Bon and Grand Jida counties, an initiative aimed at reducing constraints faced by the citizens of the country. Speaking Monday, July 21, during the launching ceremony in Bon County, President Joseph Boakai reaffirmed his commitment to the Liberian people, highlighting that the Boakai administration will make Liberia a better country. According to him, the initiative is to make sure the country is decentralized in terms of function and benefits, adding that the initiative will help transform lives, reduce suffering, and bring the government closer to its people.
We don't make our country better. Not that we were going to do as individuals, but a number of people were doing positions, the initiative they took to make sure that they serve the people of this country. This is the time that we got to make sure that we serve the people of this country. This year, the age of which we want to see the dividend that is age of fear. And that dividend is to make sure that this country is truly decentralized in terms of functions, in terms of benefits, that we can do the hands of the people. And that's what we're here for. This is just the beginning. As you heard, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is in Brazil right now doing the same thing. So today we took major step toward justice and fairness in public service delivery. The step that will change lives, reduce suffering, and bring the government of Nigeria closer to the people. We don't take for granted. People can go to Morovia, they go and do these things. And it's not what people go through. Just not to pay away the go, but to bring countries to stay and the hardship experience of the day for these services. For far too long, more like doing for trust our marketing, farmers, students, and small business owners have been the heavy burden on unfair burden justice.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, Dewa Grace, said the Passport Center in Grand Jida County will serve citizens in River G, Sano, Grand Crew, and Maryland counties, while the center in Bond will serve citizens from Lofa and Nema counties.
Today, we stand at a crucial moment in the ministry's journey towards enhancing accessibility and efficiency of government services. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one agency of government that provides services to citizens, and one of those services is the issuance of passports. Today, we are dedicating two passport centers, one in Zwedru that will serve River G, Sino, Grand Crew, and Maryland. And the one in Bangladesh is going to serve citizens from Lufa and Nimba. Citizens have access to services because over the years you have been having a very hard time traveling all the way to Monrovia for a passport. So we decided, and one of the deliverables of Mr. Nyati was to take this service to the people, and this is why we're here today. So we hope that you make use of the service. A lot of you are business people, and you can use these passports when you get it to go through. You don't have to go into Monrovia and then come back. You can leave from here and go to your businesses across the border. So we believe that access to these services is going to help the citizenry of Liberia, and also help to empower yourselves. Because if we set up a system here, we wouldn't be bringing people from Monrovia. We'll be training your children to learn to operate these services. So we want to tell you today, this is what we've brought. This is what the President of the Republic has come to dedicate and to fulfill one of his campaign promises.
In a related development, President Joseph Boakai has dedicated a modern senior secondary school in Bangabong County. Speaking Monday during the dedication ceremony, President Boakai emphasized that the school is more than just a physical structure, noting that it represents the commitment of his administration to education. The president revealed that the completion of the modern school was made possible through the support of the World Bank Group with a total investment of 47 million United States dollars grant.
Today is a special day for Bond County and for Liberia as a whole. We get up to celebrate the opening of a modern learning facility that represents both progress and a strong commitment to the future of our children. This school is not just a building, it is a statement that education remains at the heart of our development efforts. Achievement is made possible with a thank our World Bank partners. You know, when the partners trust like you bullying and they believe in you and a lot of things can happen. It's one of the best partnerships we have. And thanks so much for believing in us. The project is supported by a generous 47 million United States dollar grant from the International Development Association World Bank Group. And you can't have this if you don't have the right people. They have to have the right people that work with you. The Ministry of Education working with our partner has delivered a project that tackles the real challenge in our education sector. Today, together, we have expanded access to senior secondary education, strengthened gender equity, improved curricula, and enhanced capacity of the ministry to serve students better. What we see here today, the modern classroom, science and computer, laboratory, safe, learning basic, set a new standard for education in Nigeria. This is the future we want for every child. It reflects our government's arrest agenda, which is focused on access, reform, and excellence in education.
Meanwhile, the Liberian leader commended the community leaders for their joint efforts in ensuring the construction of the facility, urging them to diligently maintain the building.
When a child feels safe and comforted, that child is free to dream and to focus on learning rather than worrying about basic needs. And this is quite true. This is why investing in proper school is essential. It's not just about building. It is about giving our children the tools and the opportunity to compete and to succeed in their education in particular. But not just the building, like too. A lot of things are being, a lot of decisions have been made. To take cuts to make cuts. And a lot of cuts been taken from teachers. I mean, sometimes people feel hurt and you remove these people. They may be your friends. They cannot be friends to you and enemies to the children. Our children must be able to compete. I don't want to go back with the Wyatt stories. I always tell the minister. And I hope this time I go to another Wyatt result. We'll see Liberian children moving up. Yeah, the brightest we have is the one environment like this. And that's what we're going to give. I want to thank you all. This cannot be done without the help of the community. And one of the things that we're not good at, nice building for maintenance. I hope that'll be a cool year to maintain it. So keep it as it is, and that also takes trained people, good farmers, good electricians. That's why we should do. So I want to thank you all and thank all of those who are here today to witness this book. And I'm sure as we come to these programs with our legislators, they all see that the decisions that make one and we implement them to the letter so that they too will believe that we all are working together for the government of this country.
That's the voice of the President of the Republic of Liberia, Jose Yumambwaka, dedicating a modern senior secondary school in Bangabong County. The Minister of Commerce and Industry, Matolin Dagose, has reaffirmed the institution's commitment to help promote Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign institutions. Speaking at the opening of the exclusive superstore on 19th Street Monday, the Commerce Minister disclosed that the growth of the private sectors is one of the main priorities of the Bwakakun administration, and as such, the Commerce Ministry is prepared to promote the arrest agenda. Minister Dagosa stated that the newly exclusive store has committed themselves to selling Liberian products, including Liberian rice, plenty chips, and juices.
That creation, not just that creation, but because of the benefits, we also provide an we have all of that, but we definitely can't add another line. So we have come to see, we want to see businesses improve. We want to see some transformation. And as I said, what we have is that we have to generate it's like a fundraiser for our show. The reason why we get this is because the private sector, the government can give you the private sector can give 90%. So we have said to them that you know whether it is good for consumption and all of that. And I said earlier that you know the rare rice before you come to rice, sometimes that is properly. And I'm not being because the first time I did it, I have going back at something there. So right now they have practiced so well.
You can have this the 1%. Then we have the baby chips to all around. But if that's the food, don't properly. Supermarket or whatever is being sold, you don't have to take the good name. But if I do need more, let me just for here. Right? I understand that it's like you don't just but if I'm following the body, you just for here and just say, you say, that's
That's the voice of the Minister of Commerce and Industry, Madeleine Dagose, reaffirming the institution's commitment to help promote Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign institutions. Employees of the Ministry of Transport on Monday continued a protest action after the government allegedly transferred the ministry key responsibilities to the Liberia Private Traffic Management Incorporated. The employees, who are said to be 200 in number, on Monday staged another protest, disclosing that the decision by the government sidelines public service efforts and places their jobs at risk. Speaking to journalists on Monday, July 21, in Monrovia, some employees stated that the action by the government will lead to serious economic hardship, urging the government to reconsider their decision on the matter.
They will marry them there, no talk to Tuna. So, which Tuna, if not get anyone things to Tuna, if you are not willing to do prostitution work, if you're not willing to do prostitution work, if for next thing you stay for happy home, tomorrow sending our children to school, tomorrow paying our house rent. Hello? Yeah. I've earned about 3 years now. Will you go on? I will not go back on the street. That's why I'm fighting for my rent. That's why I'm sending holding this paper to fight for my rent. So, you always have to go work and you always have to you will still continue it because it's what you have justice. It's what you have justice. So we will still continue the particular protest. We are not doing violent. We are not doing violent protests. We are doing peaceful protests. We are not going on the street to go. We doing all kind of things. We are doing peaceful protests. Yeah, we protesting because we work here, right? And the time Malaysia also working on that side too. We not going to be a that. They have started doing it. So why are you doing it now? They have started doing it. And they're even doing inspection as we speak. But we have our inspectors here to do the job. But I will tell the Liberian people, because of police and justice minister, we will not stand down. Because they will take us for job very soon because we are civil servant. For you doing nothing, civil servant say they can pay you. So after some time, people, they have been working already because they were the people that brought these people in. So that's why we are always calling his name because he and the people are the people in cooperation. But our ministers were here and the men who right now taking over, which is TMC and TMC now. Okay, they are contractors, they are all vendors. So all the function of transport ministry is supposed to be done under Ministry of Transport.
Employees of the Ministry of Transport on Monday continuing a protest action after the government allegedly transferred the ministry key responsibilities to the Liberia Private Traffic Management Incorporated. At this time, Menso Mendy is seated with the news exposed. Mendy, good evening.
Good evening, Oliver, and good evening to everyone. The 2025 Monserrado District League has completed round 1 with 31 goals scored, 7 wins, and adjourned with District 4 conceding more goals than any other district. Here are the 4 results. District 7 2, District 10 1, District 12 5, District 4 1, District 15 3, District 14 1, District 16 1, District 13 2, District 5 4, District 9 1, District 3 2, District 8 1, District 11 1, District 2 2, District 6 2, and District 1 2. Meanwhile, District 17 was the only district that did not participate in round 1 due to the number of teams in their group. Discovery's so-called academy goalkeeper Elijah Coleman has returned to the pitch after 6 months due to suspension by the Liberia Football Association. It can be recalled that both Coleman and Liscard Football Club striker Christopher Jackson were both suspended for misconduct. Coleman is currently playing for District 12 in the ongoing Moscow County District League. After weeks of protracted talks and rejected bans, United in Brentford agreed a package last Friday for Mbando. The contract include a guaranteed 65 million payment to be made in 4 installments, as well a 60 million in ads on Obama, who have signed a 5-year deal with the option of a further year, that has joined time to be part of the United squad that flies to the United States on Tuesday for the club preseason. Well, Oliver, that's the passion of last post.
Many thanks to Menso Mendy that for the passion of last post is a regular feature on this point. We take a more development. The Director General of the Civil Service Agency has urged fellows of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists to recommit to building system and training professionals that lies beyond personal speaking during the launching ceremony of WAPCP Liberia chapter. Director Joka further admonished health practitioners to ensure that every Liberian has access to safe and quality health care. He also extend their appreciation to the leadership of WAPCP health workers for the great milestone and pledge the country's full support. We take on this story. Magby County District Fire Representative Clarence Gar has delivered two earth moving equipment to his district, signaling the start of an effort to improve road infrastructure. Over the weekend, Representative Gar brought the equipment into the district, fulfilling a campaign promise to tackle deplorable road network. Speaking at interview after the delivery, the Magibi County District Fire lawmaker asserted that during his campaign, he observed how several residents were affected by barrels, promoting his commitment to deliver equipment for roads rehabilitation.
120,000. Yeah, so this amount was not paid. We started to pay against these machines from 2020. So from 2022, we've been paying against it on a gradual basis. If we get 10,000 deposit, ABK has been my friend, a good friend to me. So every time we get 15,000, we pay against. We get 20,000, we pay against until we were able to achieve where we are today. I also want to be grateful for the partnership of ABK. Some people say you bring your money in a Liberian with Chichi, will not be able to. When we had the privilege to be called by the people in 2015, we choose to build our platform not on the basis of what we want to do, but on the basis of the challenges that our people face. We walk the length and breadth of this district. There are places in this district you have to walk 10 hours. There are places you have to walk 18 hours. There are places you have to walk 7 hours. Not just one or two places. There are more than 50 different locations. And one of the cries of these people has been, we have suffered very long. We will stand by you as a young man, but please, when you get there, please do something about the road. When we did our calculations by contacting professionals, people who have motor grading companies, some of them are very unanimous with us. They charge 7,000 per kilometer. Some charge 13,000 per kilometer. If you look at the number of kilometers we had to achieve, it was more than 100 kilometers. So when you estimate that, it was necessary to get a machine. So in our manifesto, road connectivity has been one of the major platforms of our activity.
Meanwhile, the Magibi County District Number 5 lawmaker revealed that the two yellow machines are valuable at 420,000 United States dollars, noting that road rehabilitation works in the district are expected to commence next dry season.
So this machine, including clearing all costs, total of 420,000 a year. So this amount was not paid. We started to pay against these machines from 2020. So from 2022, we've been paying against it on a gradual basis. If we get 10,000 deposit, ABK has been my friend, a good friend to me. So every time we get 15,000 we pay against, we get 20,000 we pay against until we were able to achieve where we are today. I also want to be grateful for the partnership of ABK. Some people say you bring your money in a labyrinth with Chichi, will not be able to hold it. But he hold whatever because he knew that our people, he drove in this district with me before and saw the constraint. So you say, whatever means, even you bring 5,000 out, you bring 500 out, we'll mark it. And today I want to be grateful. Let me use this platform to say thank you to the ABK corporation that have been able to collaborate with many leaders and politicians in the country and business people to be released to out. The machines, normally machines are used during the draft. When we announced in May that these machines were acquired because we've been paying against it, but at the time of full payment, it was the time we declared to the public that yes, we can boast now that we have a machine. But then you have two sides of the coins. You have oppositions who always want to paint you black. We talked to our partner that okay, keep the machines with you during the draft season, which is October, we'll move the machine to the district, delegate the machine, and be able to immediately start work.
That's the voice of Magibi County District 5 Representative Clarence God delivering 2F moving equipment to his district, signaling the start of an effort to improve rural infrastructure. The Director General of the Civil Society Agency has urged fellows of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacy to recommit to building systems and training professionals that lies beyond personal speaking during the launching ceremony of the WFPCP Liberia chapter. Director Joka further acknowledged health practitioners to ensure that every Liberian has access to safe and quality health care. He also extended appreciation to the leadership of WAPCP health workers for the great milestone and pledged the country's full support.
But let us also recommit to building systems that last beyond personalities. Recommit to training professionals who don't just meet the bar, but raise the bar. Recommit to ensuring that every Liberian, no matter how poor or remote, has access to safe and quality health care. And to every young pharmacist, students, fellows listening to me today, this is your moment. You are the next generation of experts, educators, entrepreneurs. The story does not end with us, it begins with you. So, to you, Dr. Ja Cisco Weir, and the leadership of the WAPCP here, Liberia's branch, congratulations on this incredible milestone. I want to assure you that you have Liberia's full support. To the health workers across our nation, thank you for holding the line. To the organizers, partners, and guests who made today possible, thank you for believing in Liberia. To the people of this proud nation, know this: we may have been forgotten once, but never again. We are Liberia, we are rising, and we are ready. May God bless you. May God bless the Republic of Liberia. And may He bless the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists.
Meanwhile, Dr. Memon Donan emphasized that inclusion will cover salary and other benefits based on the Civil Service Agency criteria for Education Training Agency, adding that the lack of financial support from the national government is hampering the operation of the center. That's the voice of Dr. Memo Donan. They're emphasizing that the inclusion will cover salaried and other benefits based on the Civil Service Agency criteria for Education Training Agency, adding that the lack of financial support from the national government is hampering the operation of the center. Everyone listen to the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Joka, the urging fellows of the West African Postgraduate of Pharmacy to recommit to building systems and training professionals in the country. Finally, from the news stem this evening, Monrovia City Mayor John Safar has called on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with Liberian collection companies to reduce waste in the city. Speaking Monday, July 21, during the launch of awareness on garbage collection in Monrovia, Mayor Safar said residents who resides in Monrovia should register with Liberian-owned garbage companies who will clean their diet and take them to the transfer station. Safar at the same time admonished Liberians to report anyone who will dispose their garbage in the city, calling on other security apparatus to join the Monrovia City Police in arresting people who dispose trash illegally.
Companies around Liberian companies. We are firmly behind Liberian companies that can take the debt. Please register with one of the company. The company will bring a debt to the transfer station. Please, and even to get a debt to them, for be some kind of debt. Today, it is the awareness that we are trying to launch. Ask every house, every business, please register with our waste management company, especially our Liberian waste management. Support the process. If you see somebody putting waste somewhere or another thing, report them. Every day, they send the police through the director make arrest. It's not because we don't put people picture on Facebook every day. Every day, we're making arrests for people. But you know, it's not easy. We are asking other security forces to join us. FCC got only about 300 police officers or so. We want to be everywhere. We even got enough cars. So if the police people, the LMP, the DA, all the people see it as a responsibility. You see somebody putting there, yeah, we can see. When I say call the police, say no, I say the police job. We need to start looking at it as anybody job. If we keep looking at it only as the police job, then you say they will not be passing. Say the police, tell the police, you got pick up. Tell the police passing. All right, it's not so easy. So we are calling on our Liberians support the sanitation pillar. This sanitation thing for the first time, the president had decided to make it a priority. Why? Because it is our own health. You have a part to play, we have a part to play. Please join us. We'll go around to clean today, but don't kind of say, oh, they buy around the play and then they play, then they know. This is an awareness process. So you know some of the things. And like the mayor said, trust me, over the next few months, 1 year, we are working on something. We got some surprises. We see some major things coming. Time will tell. Thank you very much. You know, today we won't talk about the awareness process, but sometimes we get avoid your question. You brought the Palm Grove Cemetery. You see that Palm Grove Cemetery is part of our bigger picture. Right now, we've considerably reduced the waste activity there. Go there today. You will see. You know, there's some technical things. We have announced a shutdown of Palm Grove Cemetery. You see how they got Keke and motorcycles around today?
That's the voice of the Monrovia City Mayor John Safar. They're calling on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with the Liberian-owned garbage collection companies to reduce waste in the country. With that, we come to the end of today's edition of News Point. He has been the production of the News and Current Affairs Department. He had Blaze Communications Network Incorporated. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Government of Liberia launches two passport decentralization centers in Bon and Grangida counties, initiated aimed at reducing constraints faced by citizens of the country. Minister of Commerce and Industry Madeline Dagose reaffirms the ministry's commitment to help promote Liberian businesses and prioritize Liberian workers at foreign entities. Monrovia City Mayor John Safar calls on residents of Monrovia and its environs to register with Liberian-owned garbage collection companies to reduce waste in the city. And away from home, South Africa's government say a building that collapsed and killed 34 construction workers while injuring dozens in West Cape Providence last year was entirely preventable. We want to say thanks all of you for your listening role. Many thanks to Deborah Mays who was here with the news bulletin. Thanks to Mensa Mendy that brought in the passion of last post. Thanks to Hendrik Kaba who handled the technical aspect of the program. Thanks also to Kona Rufus who was behind the camera on our Facebook page live. For behalf of the entire production team here at the Blaze Communications Network Incorporated, my name is Oliver McIntosh. I present it. Good evening from Liberia. Bye bye.